Okay, so I will introduce you, okay?
If you don't lie this time.
Okay. Bueno, bienvenidos todos. Va a empezar su charla Peter Sunde, conocido por ser el cofundador de Pirate Bay, aunque no nos va a hablar de Pirate Bay esta vez, sino de Flattr, un proyecto nuevo que ha empezado con unos amigos y que seguro nos va a interesar. Notaréis que cuando levanta la ceja es porque está mintiendo. Fijaos bien, ir separando. Con vosotros recibimos, para que no entienda nada, con un fuerte aplauso y después con un gran abucheo, primero aplauso, después abucheo a Peter Sunde.
Thank you, and oh, okay, I can go. Thank you. So when you come to Sweden, I'll do the same for you. Okay, so I don't know if and what? You okay? You wouldn't? Okay, nothing. Okay, so I don't know if you were here watching yesterday or was it the day before when I was talking. I'm gonna repeat a bit of that to put my new project in context. So I'm going to start a bit with my background. I'm from Scandinavia. I'm Swedish and Finnish, Norwegian, and I've been part of growing up in Scandinavia, which is a really free culture, and we talk very much, and we're very cultural, and we. Oh, does it sound too loud? Okay. So Sweden is a very free country, and we discuss things that nobody else really discusses. So I've joined a group called Piratbyrån, and we started a website called the Pirate Bay. And the Pirate Bay was kind of a movement to speak about the thing everybody did, but no one wanted to really speak about, which was file sharing. And it became a really huge place for people to share files. After a while, we started making this to a really political thing, and we discussed why it was very good for people to share information. And people didn't really get what we were saying. Everybody thought we were saying all information must be free, as in has no price. But we were more saying like, everybody should have the freedom of getting information. And there's a very clear difference for me when it comes to those issues, but for most people it's not. And Pirate Bay just became huger and huger, and it became its own monster. It's still growing, and it's like nobody's taking care of it. So it's something that needs to happen. And we have people that don't like us, and they don't really get what Pirate Bay is about and what file sharing is about. So they're still thinking that everything is about price, that we don't want to pay for things, like these people.
But this is the real world. We need your help. When you buy pirated movie and music, you support criminals. Now these criminals are counterfeiting other things, like electronics and medicine. Take action. Demand the real thing. Help us stop piracy. Let's terminate it.
So this is actually a real video from Hollywood. And they're always seeing like piracy. Well, they must be making money from it. Otherwise, why would you do it? Other things that are pirated are medicines. That's bad, of course, because that means that people in Africa can have free medicine against HIV. We can't make money from people's diseases anymore. So they're very corporate, and we have like a rift, like between America and Europe here. We have people on one side that want information and that want access to medicines and all of that, and on the other side you will have companies that don't want to change and adapt to what's actually going on. And every time I went to conferences or discussions or debates about file sharing and piracy, they're always talking about how can we as a company still make money from the internet. So they were never interested in having discussions on what the internet can actually change for how culture is created or used. And we on the other side is like we have so much information, so we can't really choose what kind of information is interesting for us. And I was very upset about this question because I think these companies that come and ask, how can we make money? They're not interested in culture. So we have, for instance, today, culture for me is sites like this, YouTube, where I find all my video clips. That's culture for me. But we're never discussing how they can make money, or people uploading videos to YouTube can make money, or people that blog, how can they make money? That's never the question when it comes to how content or creativity can be made on the internet. So I tried to find a solution for this because the industry didn't want to find a solution for it. So I'm going to show you yet another video which explains the concept I came up with.
On the internet, you can create or take part of content. When you create, there's not really a good way to get money for the content. And when you find something you like, there's no good way to show love for it. This problem is universal. For bloggers and their readers, musicians and their listeners, photographers, film creators, programmers, and so on. So we created Flattr to solve this. This is how it works. Every month, the Flattr user pays a small fee. Let's compare it with birthday cake. When you have a cake, you want to give slices to the people you like. Flattr helps you do that. If you've created something, you can add a Flattr button to your content. Or if you find something you like, and there's a Flattr button besides the content, you click it. Each button is a counter showing how many people are willing to give cake for the content. At the end of the month, your cake is sliced in as many pieces as you clicked Flattr buttons. Each slice is then given to the correct content creator. If you click 10 buttons, the 10 creators will get a tenth of the cake each. If you click 100 buttons, the 100 creators will get 100th of the cake. The slices might be small, but everyone's slices will all add up. Or as we say in Sweden, många bäckar små blev en stor å. As a creator, you will get money you've never got before. As a consumer, you can help creators out with just a small click. If you haven't guessed it, Flattr is a wordplay of flatter and flat rate. With a flat rate fee, you can flatter people.
So I don't know if you heard all of it, but basically the idea is to remove the price tag of information today. Because with the internet, there's so much information, as I said before, that it's really hard to say what something is worth. So instead, just let's do something else. So we remove the whole idea of the price tag and we say, this is how much money I actually have the possibility of spending on things I like. And then you just share them with more people if you find more content. And we think it's very important today because one of the things that we missed with all of the new information we have is that it's really hard to get a bond between people that create and people that want to participate in the creation. And that's kind of the basis for all of the social media news sites like Dig and Reddit and all of that, is that you actually connect with people that create something. And in our system as well, coming from Sweden, we're a quite lefty country and social democracy since ages ago. We didn't want to have classes in our system. We don't want people to be producers or consumers. We want everybody to just be Flattr users. So if you have an account with Flattr, you can both receive and send money, and you can both receive the Flattrs and send them. And we think that's very important because it means that everybody has an equal possibility of making money or making the connections between people. And at the same time, one of the best things with the internet is that you don't need other people that decide what is good or bad content. So we don't need the record companies anymore that says, well, this is music you can listen to. We decide it's going to be played on this radio station if you pay us this amount of money. Instead, you can just give out your money for free or your tracks for free and let people download them and participate in them. So it's kind of evolution as well. So Flattr works like in between all of these layers. It's kind of a missing link. So everything where you have user-generated content, like on a WordPress blog or Flickr picture site or anything like that, you can actually add a Flattr button next to it. And that means that people can show you appreciation more than just a like from Facebook. So the big difference is that a like from Facebook would be that you're willing to press a button. And with Flattr, it's, I'm willing to actually give you some of my money. So that means that it would be higher quality on the information you want to support.